Vibrational divine love and very harmonious blessings and greetings to each and every single one of you. Thank you for joining us today. This beautiful Monday, May 20th, 2019. And we want to welcome you to Samadhi, where it's not about positivity. It's not about negativity. It's about authenticity. It's about genuineness. It's about realness. It's about rawness. It's about you. And here at Samadhi, we want to embrace everyone just the way they are. It doesn't matter where you come from, it doesn't matter what you've done, it doesn't matter what you haven't done. You are beautiful, you are special, you are divine just the way that you are. And here at Samadhi, we want to remind people to be present, to breathe, that way they can give themselves the opportunity, the gift to truly live. And today's topic for the month of May, and if this is your first time watching us, excuse me, if this is your first time watching us, we had a topic for every month, which is January was month of foundation, February was month of unconditional love, March was month of miracles, April was month of allowing, and it was a relationship between allowing and letting go. By letting go, you allow. And the fifth month is the month of May, which is a month of what May means. It means permission, it means possibilities. So this month, it's really about giving yourself permission to experience more of the possibilities that you were born to experience. You were designed to experience. Because as infinite beings, as infinite potential, infinite potentialities that we can experience, there's nothing we can't be, do, or have. So here in Samadhi, we want to inspire that. We want to remind each and every single one of you that you all are special. You all are beautiful. You all are divine. And today's topic on the month of May I, giving yourself permission, is may I appreciate more. So, and the reason why this topic was thought of today is because we had such an incredible week. Such an incredible connection with many individuals. So we really want to give that appreciation, and not just today, because Ali knows that we appreciate every day. But we wanted to open up that topic today because we met so many amazing new people. We connected with so many people that we already know. And we're just happy to see each other. We even connected with people on Facebook that we see on Facebook. But for the first time, we actually got to meet in person. And yeah, we're so much on our phones, which we use this as a tool. That's what Samadhi does. We use our phones as a tool. But we're so disconnected as a society. So we just want to show you guys we appreciate you all. And we are so blessed to have met people that we connected with on Facebook, that we finally got to meet them in person, because there's nothing greater than physical connection. There's nothing greater than being able to shake each other's hands, to be able to give each other a hug, to be able to feel each other's presence. At the phone, yeah, it's a tool, but it doesn't come close to being consciously connected in the physical. And if any of you have connected with me before, the one word that I use is not just connect, but I use the word I would love to consciously connect with you. Because how many people we connect with, but we're not conscious, we're not present, we're not really connected. So that's the topic for today, is to thank every single one of you that we shared sacred space with this weekend. Posts and pictures are coming soon. That Ali handles that department. We appreciate every single one of you. Every single one of you. If this is your first time joining us today, we so appreciate you. Because we are so grateful that we can share from personal experience that there is an opportunity to become more. There is an opportunity to let go, to unfold and unravel more of who you already are. There is a possibility, there's infinite possibilities that who you think you are, you haven't even begun to experience who you are, because there's so much more possible for you. And if this is your first time, or if this is your 10th time, your second time, your 100th time watching this, then we thank each and every single one of you. We appreciate each and every single one of you. So give yourself permission to appreciate everyone in your life, for everyone plays a very important component, a very important part in your life, because they are a very, very important piece of your puzzle of why and who you are becoming at this point, and much more to come. So the more you can appreciate, even those that you think they don't deserve, or there's a reason why you're holding back to appreciate them. Appreciate them. Appreciate them even more. Because it's those who bring you resistance that are one of your greatest blessings, because they've got you to reflect more. They've gotten you to question more. They've gotten you to ask for more. So, appreciate. So in this moment of appreciation, I would like to ask each and every single one of you if you can breathe with me, if you can breathe with us, and connect with that presence that is inside each and every single one of us. So let's take a moment to just take a deep breath of awareness, of presence, and be grateful for this moment. So let's just breathe together. And in breathing, allow yourself to let go. Let go of everything that is distracting you, or is taking the thought of presence, the experience of being present. Just let it go. Just everything that is distracting you, that is confusing you, that is entertaining you, let it go. Connect with this present moment and appreciate, fully be in appreciation in this moment, because your body appreciates you, life appreciates you. Align with that appreciation, align with that presence right now. Take a deep breath in and appreciate the breath, and let go. Another deep breath. Let go. Relax even more. One more. Take a deep breath. Let go slowly. And just be in this moment. Beautiful. Take a deep breath in. Slowly open your eyes and just appreciate for a moment. Just appreciate being alive, the fact that you are alive. How many people are not fortunate to say that right now? And you are. You can breathe consciously. You're not on a machine breathing. That you are whole. You are divine. You are divine in nature. There's nothing that you lack of divinity. There's nothing you need to fight for, justify, or earn to be the divinity that you are. You already are that. So just experience that space for a moment, because you already are that space. That's what really Samadhi is here to remind you, is you already are divinity itself. You already are wholeness itself. You already are the fullness of life. Sit with that. Appreciate that. Thank you, everyone. So, let's go to the comments. Jeremiah, thank you for joining us, brother. I'm so looking forward to consciously connecting with you, and even, if getting on live together, and, just sharing that sacred space with you. So Jeremiah says, you too rock. As do you, brother. We are reflections of the whole. Thank you so much.
And this is Jeremiah what?
Jeremiah Knight.
Yes, because we have another Jeremiah we're going to be thinking.
I appreciate you too being awesome. I'm glad I'm not in a machine. Every time I watch your lives, I immediately get relaxed. You are amazing. Blessings, brother. Thank you so much. and I've connected with you a couple of times in your energy, and I've seen a couple of things on your page. I love that you are bringing you to the table, brother, and I'm so looking forward to connecting with you. And a very, very powerful servant of God, Jeremiah Knight, for you guys to connect with. And yeah, he says, I'm glad I'm not in a machine. Well, you know what? When we forget who we are, we get trapped in those gears of limited thinking. And I love that we have that gift, that possibility, because see, it's a possibility to bring our awareness back to this moment. And it's a possibility for everyone. But if we don't take advantage or full of use of that possibility, we'll never know who we truly are. And we were doing reading this morning, and I know this video is about appreciation, but I want to share this with those that we appreciate. Because, I mean, we haven't even been, aware of how many people really have been watching our videos and really enjoy our videos. So thank you to each and every single one of you that appreciate what we do, because, sometimes it feels like we're alone in this, and it feels like, but we do it regardless. We do it regardless, and for those of you like Jeremiah Knight, and Jolene just joined us. Blessings, Jolene. Another beautiful soul. And if you guys don't know who she is, please connect with her. She does designs. She designs shirts, cups, stationery, all kinds of beautiful, amazing stuff. I've seen some of her work, and she's amazing. And as a person, I had the pleasure of knowing her for a long time, and to see both of our transformations is so beautiful, and I appreciate you so much, Jolene. We appreciate you, because I know we can talk for both of us, because I know how much Ali appreciates you. She's always talking about you. Yeah, we talk about you. We love you. So yes, getting back to what I felt the need to share is that awareness, when we can be more fully present, that is the greatest gift. Not just reading about it, not just talking about it, not just trying to become it, but really awareness, full presence, is like the greatest gift of self-love, the greatest gift of self-beingness that we can give ourselves. Is that it's just like giving yourself a hug. And if you're able to, just give yourself a hug and join us right now. Let's hug each other. Ali, let's give each other a hug.
Hugging everybody by inviting them over here.
Just hug yourself in this moment. And if you're around people, I'm going to give you two options. You can wait till later, or you can break the feeling of caring what other people think about you and hug yourself. Because when you hug yourself and you take that courage to step forward, step inward, other people may think you're crazy, but in the back of their consciousness, they're like, wow, I wish I can give myself that hug. I wish someone would give me that hug. And we wait for someone to give us that hug instead of what we can always do in every moment, and just appreciate ourselves, love ourselves, hug ourselves, be with ourselves. Because yes, this video is about appreciation, but we couldn't appreciate you fully to the extent that we do if we didn't take time to appreciate who we are. Because that's when we truly, truly, truly serve on another level. Is when you take the time to love yourself, to acknowledge yourself, to appreciate yourself, to be fully, like, invested in yourself, that you can love and appreciate others. And it's just a beautiful thing. So just take the time to love you. Because this video is not about Ali. It's not about Michael. Again, this is not just something that I'm reading because I thought about it. This is something that we really want you guys to feel, every single one of you, to feel that we do our inner work every day. Sometimes am I, in the mentality of thinking I'm my worst enemy? Yeah, we're all human. We're all human. And there's not one perfect being on this planet that is the idea of what we think of what perfection is. Because we are all perfect in the divinity in that state of divinity. But when we come into this physical world, I don't fully know Ali. Ali doesn't fully know me. So our ideas of perfection could be, different from the other. But when we align with the perfection of what we already are, we will reflect more of what perfection is. Instead of judging or comparing what perfection is, therefore we don't think we're perfect because we expect others to be and we expect ourselves to be, instead of just being more present and living more from that present state and just being the perfection that we are. Because we are perfect just as we are. But when we get into this physical mentality, we lose that sense of perfection. Because I say this a lot, if we were to meditate on the connectivity, the relationship, the communication, the community that we have of every single cell of our bodies, no scientist, no brain scientist, like no genius, no doctor, no genius on this planet can really convey the perfection that we are. It doesn't even touch it. We can't even think it. That's why silence is so important. Because when we become silent and still, we will start to experience more of that perfection, and we will start aligning with that perfection, and we will start reflecting and beaming that perfection. So, I haven't even been putting the comments up here. I really wanted to show this one. Jeremiah says, every time I watch your lives, I immediately get relaxed. And I really wanted to touch on that, is the reason why, Jeremiah, you get so relaxed is because it awakens what you already are. It's not that we get you relaxed, is that you remember that you're a relaxation itself. And this is thank you for commenting that, because when everybody sees something in somebody else, it's really a reflection of what we are inside. And when we find things to complain about, which we do that, we really separate from what we are. And we are that because we are everything in and of itself. So when we remember that we are becoming more separate, it's like, do we want to become more of separation? Or do we want to take that as a guide and say, wait a minute, I'm separating myself. How do I align more with my wholeness? Love, compassion, transparency, peace, patience, truth. Becoming more of that truth. And it's easy to say that, oh yeah, I'm a reflection of beauty. But when things come up that we really don't appreciate, it's like, okay, this was my other old self thinking this. So now I'm starting to tap into more of my inner knowing. So now I know what I don't want. And it's not that I push it away. I appreciate it. And in that appreciating, it shows up into the forefront of my consciousness. And in appreciating it, it dissolves because it no longer holds that power. And as it dissolves, something is reborn, which is more of my truer self. So, without getting too much in depth with that, that is what we facilitate here at Samadhi, is that embrace the dark. Don't run from it. Don't resist it, because what you resist will persist. Embrace it, appreciate it, and let it dissolve into the nothingness that is energy, and let what you truly are come to the forefront and experience more of your authenticity, more of your truth, more of your, like we say in the video, more of your genuineness. Because confused, that's not your genuineness. Judgmental, that's not our genuineness. Separate, that's not our genuineness. Just feel how connected we are when something doesn't go according to plan and there's a disaster. Look at, just Google how people come together when things fall apart. But when things are going comfortable and everything seems to be okay, we forget about each other. We forget connection. We forget communication. We forget love. And I'm just being real with you guys. Controversial Corner, this is what it's about. And that's why when disasters happen, those are really blessings in disguise. Because those are wake-up calls for us to remember what we should remember and not wait for a tragedy to remember. That we should remember it and be more fully present to appreciate, communicate, and commune with one another. So, if that made sense. Jeremiah says, limited thinking was killing me until just a few years ago. Amen, brother. Amen. And that's what limited thinking will do. Because just as a species evolves into a more resilient species, us as consciousness were evolving from limited thinking beings to more infinite, potential, possible beings. So the more that we can let go of limited thinking and to appreciate that that limited thinking served its purpose. Because if it wasn't for that limited thinking, we would be full divine beings, and we're born as full divine beings, there would be no sense to appreciate, because we would just come from where we are to be where we are now, and we remember all that we are. There would be no purpose. So the reason why there's so much purpose is because there's so much of the other. That's what we appreciate so much. So when we appreciate the limited thinking, when the limited thinking comes up, it's not our enemy anymore. It's our messenger. It's our angel to tell us, look, this is where you were, so you can appreciate where you are. It's not against us. That's what we've been so taught to think, that there's a force against us. Everything is all encompassing divine truth. God, Spirit, Source, Creator, Universe, whatever we want to call that, it's all one thing, and we are in that thing. Not that thing, I don't mean to be disrespectful by saying that, because that's not my intention. In that presence of fullness, we are inside of that. And we are in its imagination, in God's imagination, Spirit's imagination. I want to speak to everyone. Whatever your belief is, we are in that imagination. And when we can connect more to our inner truth, we will awaken, we will become more alive in that imagination, and we will be co-creators. We will take the power that we were given to create our reality, because that authority we were given a long time ago. But if we remain asleep, we'll think that we don't have the power to create. We'll let others create for us. We'll wait for others. We'll wait for life, for something different. And we won't take the authority, the responsibility, the blessing that we were given. Jeremiah says, I greatly appreciate you too. As do we, brother. We're so excited to meet you and connect with you on a video and see you, feel you, and appreciate more of you, brother. Because we do appreciate you. Jolene says, you both are both so special to me. Thank you, Jolene. We're looking forward to seeing you again in person, and we have much more greatness. Jolene is awesome, and I believe in her dreams. Oh, thank you, Jeremiah. That's what it's about, guys. That's what it's about. To unite with each other and believe in each other. Because we don't take away from believing in each other. We actually add to the space. Devon Green 13 joined us on Instagram. Thank you, Devon. Blessings. So, yes, thank you for sharing that, Jeremiah, because that is what it's about. Because our old paradigm thinking was competitiveness, competition, and really it's cooperation. And when we can cooperate with each other, it's gonna, I mean, it is beautiful. Not it's gonna be, it is beautiful. So, Jeremiah Knight says, Jolene was auto-corrected in the oldest way possible. Okay, wait a minute. Oh, because the word was auto-corrected. Oh, Jeremiah says, I'm hugging myself right now. Thank you. Thank you for loving yourself, for giving yourself that, because in doing so, we create a ripple of consciousness. We can't see it, but just because we can't see it doesn't mean it's not happening. I'm hugging my 1-year-old and he's going to sleep. Oh, precioso. Give him a hug from us. Don't even get us started on babies. We love babies. And you know what? You have a gift. Because when you see a baby, you see that purity. You see that innocence. You see that clarity that has no perspectives, has no good or bad or right or wrong. It's just pure consciousness. And it's looking at reality, at this reality, and it's learning from reality. So you have a blessing right there, because what we remind our students is, take some time to meditate by just looking at your child. Just looking at those eyes. And no comments, no thoughts, just pure presence. Just breathe with that. Breathe with that child. And it's going to awaken something inside you. Because what you see in that child is pure consciousness. The closest consciousness in a living body. That's why, one of the great masters teachers, Jesus said, if you can become childlike, that's how you inherit the kingdom. And that's returning to the purity. That's returning to the innocence. That's returning to the clarity, to the presence of embracing this moment without perspectives. Embracing this moment without expectations. Just like a child does. A child is just present. Oh, he's tired. I love you too. Thank you for this. Thank you, brother. And really, I'm going to appreciate that. I'm going to embrace that. I'm going to accept that, because that's my next job. Because I haven't been practicing what I preach. I'll be very honest with you guys. Because when people would appreciate me, I just turn it back to them. I say, no, I'm just a reflection of you. But I want you guys to know that I'm on this path with you guys as well. And what I'm embracing on my next evolved path is embracing my greatness. Because when people appreciate me, I'm not going to turn that around anymore. I'm going to think that. I appreciate you appreciating me. I appreciate that. Thank you. I'm so relaxed right now, and my son's asleep in my arms. So this is a great live for me to watch. Oh, thank you, brother. Man, you're going to make me disappear right in front of you guys, because I just feel this immense presence of appreciation of spirit. You want to read? Words for thought. Setting my mind set in the right path. Thank you. Awesome, Gladys. Thank you. Thank you so much. And thank you for giving yourself that gift. Because in every moment we can do that. Even as confused, as contrasting, as, let's just say, destructive our experience is, we always have the power to be fully present and see beyond that experience to appreciate the beauty of presence. And if that doesn't make sense, please sign up for our courses, because words can't teach. Words can't go there. That's why we assist to remind people to quiet the mind, silence the senses, come back to the core of who you are, because the mind can't ever go there. That's why it's so frustrated. That's why it gets so confused. That's why it feels so lost. That's why it feels like we're chasing our tail. Because the mind can't go there. The mind is up here going like this. The heart is just being. And when we can just slow down, we start to come back to who we truly are. Sorry I took a call. It's okay, brother. Thank you for coming back with us. Appreciate you. I'm still watching, but my connection is bad. I hope I can see this again. Breathe, because you heard exactly what you needed to hear. And we're gonna upload this on YouTube. Sorry, record on video. We're gonna upload this on YouTube. So if you get a better connection on YouTube, it will be uploaded on YouTube very, very soon. So thank you, Gladys. And just breathe, because that takes us away from being present. So just breathe that and just know that you got exactly what you needed. And thanks to, that there's a way that you could see this later. Whenever the time is appropriate, whenever you feel that, go and watch that. Because you're always hearing exactly what you need to hear. That's one thing I learned long ago, that I would think I would miss things. And it's like, no, I heard exactly what I needed to hear. I'm giving a hug to him from you. Aw, thank you. Let's just feel that for a moment. Let's just feel the hug with Jeremiah's son. Let's give all the energy to that baby. Let's give all the attention to awaken the awareness within Jeremiah's son. Within everybody who's watching this video, let's give it to their children. Let's give it to the children of the world. I don't even want to talk anymore. Can you take over?
Is that my cue? This is probably the longest that I've stayed quiet. I told Michael before the video, you go ahead and talk, and whenever you want me to talk, I'll talk. 31 minutes. Beautiful, Michael. And I believe that this was done this way because Source is always the one that does these videos. We're just the vehicles. We're not anything extraordinarily special except the love that we have in our heart, which is great. So Jeremiah Knight, I'm so thankful that you received the calmness that you so much enjoy, and to be able to be there with your son and holding him. I want to go back to the beginning where Michael said that we're here with gratitude for what happened this weekend. And if you just joined us and you're not sure what we're talking about, or you're watching the replay and you want a little recap of what's happening, Michael and I have been working on bringing a very important, valuable message to the world. And in the beginning, when I met Michael, he'd been at it for 10 years all on his own. Nobody to call him out on anything, nobody to give him a hard time, nobody to snap him up and say, come on, wake up. Just himself. And he did, well, him and Source, of course, but he did an excellent job of bringing himself out of the drugs, the chaos, the anger, the fears. And he shared from his heart to everyone that he would meet at a party, at a store. He would always share because he was so grateful that he was able to find this awareness. And when he finds me and shares, the transformation in my life is a whole other story. And I believe so much in what we do. I believe so much in what Michael dedicates his life to. And I joined him. I joined him on this quest, crusade, on this mission of bringing awareness of self-love, of appreciation, that people can know that they can transform their lives from a depth that they don't even know exists. To be able to have that ability to get to know yourself. I was caught up for so many years on suffering in a mental prison, and I'm not exaggerating. That mental prison has been so strong. And anyone who's been in prison or watched movies about people in prison have heard that someone who's been in prison for too long have been accustomed to that lifestyle. And when they come out of that prison, it's very challenging. It's very challenging. To come back into society. to be a functioning member of society. And some people who come out of prison, out of that physical, literal prison behind bars, sometimes take their lives because they're not able to cope. The prison that I was in was a prison I put myself in. Probably because I overthought things, because of fears in my life. And you might wonder, where's Alice getting to? The gratitude in my heart is beyond measure right now. What Michael and I experienced this weekend may not seem like a lot to other people. The one person that knows more than anybody is our mother. She's been with us since the beginning, and she knows our struggles, our challenges. But this weekend, I think she got a big behind the scenes because she was with me since the very beginning, trying to put this this booth together that came out of nowhere. Just we needed to come up with something with our limited resources, but yet God is so great. The universe always opens doors somehow in some way. But my point is that when Michael was on his quest, he would reach out, and he would search out there and get on that internet and go as far as he could go on the planet. And I remember telling him, Michael, start with your own backyard. Start here where you walk these streets, getting in trouble, fighting, where you got into the gangs and into the violence. Give back to this community. Keep it here, because it only made sense. If we want to help others, it starts from within out. So we need to start in our hometown and then work our way and reach all the other people that may watch these videos and are not here locally. But so for me, I'm only going to speak for myself, but I know Michael and I share the same gratitude of the ability and the pleasure and the opportunity that Yuma gave us to go to this event and be a participant. Now, we've been to many events out of Yuma, a lot of trainings and networking events, which are great, and we're so thankful because we've met such incredible people through that. But for us to be in our own hometown and have people come up to the booth and look at us and say, I've seen you online, or I watch your videos. That was all great. But then when I have people come up to the booth and recognize me or Michael from back in the day. There was a student that Michael went to school with, a fellow student, and she's like, I know you. And it took them a while, you know, life has changed them a bit, but it took them a while. And the moment that they realized who they were, the gratitude in both of them, the happiness in their faces to know that they made, yes, thank you. To know that they made it, thank you, sweetheart. To know that they made it, to know that they're here, to know that they've come this far and they're okay, you know, through all the trials. And for me, to see this young woman who was my little first grade student in a Sunday school I used to teach at a local church, to see this other young woman who was my daughter's best friend, one of her dearest friends in high school, and she is now homeless and dealing with drug addiction. And she came to this event. She was so happy to see me. I was so happy to see her. The connection was amazing and still is amazing because I don't plan on losing her again. Out of my sight anyway. So there were a lot of things, many things that came to us because of this event. We were able to meet new people. We had someone who was a grand prize winner of our booth. We had a course that we were raffling, and this young man that won it, him and his whole family are going to benefit, I know. I have no doubt about it. Our student and brother Jaime, who helped us so much to put that booth together, wouldn't have been able to be without him. So there's so many people with us, standing behind us, holding us up in prayer. Job,
All blessings.
all the way from Africa, who prays for us continuously for our mission, for our message. There are so many people that I don't want to leave anybody out that made that event that we were participants in so special, so worth it. To hear Michael, when it was his turn to go up to the microphone and tell the public that was there who we were, who we are, what we do, what Samadhi's all about, and then the raffle was going to be at that moment. I was videotaping Michael, and as I hear him speak with such confidence for the first time out in the open air at this park, and be able to say, we are Samadhi, Sea of Wisdom Meditation School. You know, it's like, it's put out there. And as much as we've done behind closed doors, very humble and as limited as we've been, that moment was very special for me. To be able to hear that here in our local hometown, where we desire to open the school so that students can, all the youth and all the people, all walks of life.
And we had the most humble booth.
And then from there, that was a beautiful event. I'm not taking away from that event. I'm thankful for it. Today is the day to speak about appreciation. Thank you, sweetheart. Today is about appreciation, and my heart is so appreciative of so many connections. And from there, we were tired, of course. You know, we'd been at it. I've been at it since 5 in the morning, and now it's almost 4 in the afternoon. We come home, we rest for a little bit, and then we go and join another event going on in Yuma. We weren't participants, meaning we had a booth, but I believe we participated just as much, if not more, because as we go to the Pride Festival event here in the wetlands,
It's just amazing.
Was the most loving. I felt like I was walking on air. We go to the booths to go see what it's about and show our support. And almost every single one, those that didn't know us, were happy to know us and know that we're doing what we're doing in Yuma. One even had Michael's last name and starts to say, you know, maybe we're family or something, you know. That was really beautiful. Then we go to these different booths, and there were people who are our friends on Facebook, like Michael has said. And then all of a sudden it's like, hey, we finally get to meet in person. And the acceptance, the connection was deeper than deep. And to hear the phrase over and over, I am so glad to finally meet you in person. Again, we go somewhere else, I'm so glad to finally meet you in person. Just connections after connections that we are so grateful for, because we don't realize that people are really watching. We don't know sometimes, unless you leave a comment, unless you participate, we don't know you're out there. So we thank every single person who we came in contact with. We met new people who want us to go and speak at their place of employment so that we can speak to the youth here in Yuma. So many invitations and acknowledging our humble little school, our humble beginnings of Samadhi. And all of that, people, I know it's challenging sometimes. You only see what you see here in the little screen. Yes, but it is very important to me to be honest and genuine and humble and caring and loving, that I am so grateful. And like I said, if I mention every name and then I leave one out, so from here forth,
the winner of
you
the
already
prize.
Know. Yeah, I mentioned him, but we are not allowed to say his name
we're not
yet
going to say
until...
his name, but we were so happy for the person that won the prize.
Yes, and I had already mentioned that him and his family are going to benefit from this gift. I'm sure it's not just him that will benefit, the whole family. And the gratitude is just beyond words for the people who stayed after the event and meditated with Michael for a while, so he could give them a a little preview of what we do. So basically,
and amidst the noise, just so you guys know that there was music right next to us, and they were able to experience peace. That's the power of presence. That's the power of consciousness. There was a DJ playing, like, was it R&B? No. Different kind of music, and it was loud. And we meditated right there beside them. And I was even going to wait. There was like 20 minutes left to the event that was over. And I even asked them, I said, do you guys want to continue, or do you guys want to wait 20 minutes? They're like, no, let's try it. Let's try it. Because I guess they had to go after. And we said, okay, we're just going to breathe. And we breathed, and it was a very simple yet profound experience. And yeah, thank you. Thank you for both of you.
Thank you, Michael. Thank you so much. So the title for today, of course, is Appreciation. If you didn't catch it in the beginning, may I be appreciative. And sometimes it may not seem it, maybe we don't show it too much, or we don't talk about it a lot, but Michael and I appreciate every single one of you that contributes with your vibration, with your presence, our students who believe so much in what we do because they see their lives transforming. It is humbling.
Yes.
It is very humbling to know that there are lives out there transforming, and to hear Jeremiah Knight be grateful for our lives that we do here, and for the lives, our presence, is just confirmation of how important it is. Yes, I was getting there, sweetheart. I was just concentrating on Jeremiah. Thank you.
Jeremy.
And another Jeremiah Bullfrog, who also showed up and helped us at our booth. I'm not going to leave him out for sure.
Blessings,
he's just always so eager to help and to support us in what we do as well. So to everyone involved in both events, Michael and I are beyond words.
Yes.
And
more than anything, comments too.
Thank you. Thank you. And more than anything, I'm thankful for Michael. I'm thankful for his reverence and his ability to transform in every way that he has. And we're not perfect beings in the sense of the word that we are perfect. We strive for the perfection because we know we are divine beings, and that is very important. But I am very thankful for his dedication to what he does, and for him bringing me along for the ride, I guess.
Likewise. She's very awakened as well. She's taught me, she's reminded me a lot, and I am blessed, truly blessed.
Patience is one of them I'm still working on, guys.
And calling me out.
Patience
because
is
that's exactly what we were talking about in the beginning, that, calling each other out, it's not beautiful, but it's so necessary. So necessary. And actually it builds honesty and trust. So I desire to finish the comments. Jeremiah says, Gladys is awesome and I believe in her dreams. I love that you share that. Listen to that. Gladys is awesome and I believe in her dreams. Thank you for believing in their dreams.
He's bringing love to them.
Yes. He says exactly. Gladys says, slowly but moving forward, Jeremiah. Oh, let me say something. Well, no, because we're going to go into a class. But you're moving just exactly as you need to move. And instead of forward, moving inward. Because forward is more out here. Move more inward and your forward will follow. Gladys says, you guys are putting a smile on my face. Thank you so much. Oh, blessings. Thank you. I don't want to speed through these, but I know we're coming up to the hour. So Jeremiah says, Gladys.
You just told her the time is. You take your time. You
Gladys,
read them how
you
you want
rock.
to read them.
Jeremiah says, Gladys, you rock. Jeremiah says, thank you. Jeremy says, hey y'all. Blessings, brother. Thank you for joining us. Gladys says, I love children. They are so resilient. Seeing the world through their eyes is something so amazing. Yes, they are so resilient because they don't take things like us, like we do as adults, because our intelligence is a double-edged sword. We're too smart for our own good. children, they are intelligent in a different way. So we'll talk about that more as we progress. Let's see. Jeremiah says, Jeremy is awesome and I believe in your dreams. Oh, it's beautiful, brother. Beautiful. Jeremiah says, absolutely. So thank you everyone for commenting today. You guys are awesome. Every single one of you are so awesome, are so special, are beautiful reflections. And we look forward to being able to serve you all much more. And please share these videos. Please share these videos with people that, especially today that was about appreciation, and other amazing videos that we've shared. And just so you guys know, I don't remember half of the things that I say because it doesn't come from me. I just want you guys to know that. I am just the vessel. Yes, it does take some kind of work, but because we do the work and we surrender to that spirit, the spirit is the one that blesses all of us, because I'm being blessed. As I share, I'm being blessed. So thank you everyone for joining us. Sign up for our classes. Take a chance. Take a chance. If you've been sick and tired of being sick and tired, if you've tried courses, if you've tried, we have students that tell us, no disrespect, but they tell us, I've tried this, I've done this, I've done that, I've done this, and nothing's worked, and they have, very few classes with us. They're barely beginning, and they're like, wow, this is exactly what I've been looking for, because they've been looking for themselves. That's the key. When you stop chasing your tail and you remember that you've always been looking for yourself, and God is in that space, Spirit is in that space, it's game over. There's no more manipulation on the degree that there was. There's still, we need to work through here, but now it's not so much heaviness from something outside of ourselves. It's taking full responsibility and living in that fullness. So thank you every single one of you, beautiful, beautiful souls out there. It's been such a joy, it's been such a journey, and there's so much more to come, and I'm looking forward to so much more. So thank you everyone for participating this weekend. Oh, we didn't even say, we were on a live with James Merrifield. We were in a call with Josh Massey. We connected with so many beautiful beings that day, and it was just beautiful.
That was Friday.
All around. That was Friday. Saturday we did the events. Thank you every single one of you, of the agencies that joined forces to bring mental awareness to the community. Thank you so much for all of your resources and thoughts and bringing education to the people. Thank you. And as we join forces, because we've already been talking to so many different agencies and they want us to join with them, and this is what it's about, guys, because they have their place, we have our place, and when we unite and join forces, we're unstoppable. But if we keep continuing that, I'm over here, wait, where's my hand? I'm over here, they're over here, and we just try to do it alone, we'll never get to where we already are. When we join forces, it's game over. Because united we stand, divided you know the rest. So let's stand together, guys. And if you are in your own community, join forces with your community. Let's hold hands together, because we will make this world a better place. We're not in competition with each other. We're cooperating in communion, in unity with each other, uniting so we can transform this world in this generation for generations to come. So thank each and every single one of you. Blessings, blessings, blessings. Thank you. This is Samadhi, Sea of Wisdom, saying peace and namaste.